This is live from my office, which of course is French for a blatant plug, a last minute plug, if you will, for our big comedy extravaganza. Now, if you're watching this after November 15th, just trust me when I tell you, show was great.
I was superb.
Did you think the first show at 5 was better than the 8? I thought they were both really good.
Yeah, I'm funnier when it's dark out, so I think the 8 went better.
Yeah, the stunts were definitely better in the 8. That guy that set himself on fire and ran around the stage, nobody saw that coming.
And nobody yelled, "Stop, drop, and roll." That was the odd part.
The good times were had by all.
Yeah.
But we're talking about, and that's the great Tim Benker right there. Tim, say hello again, if you would.
Hi, Steve. Great. I don't know about great. I'm sufficient.
Okay, the sufficient Tim Benker. Talk about underselling your job. Tim is fabulous, and so is Mike Toomey. Mike couldn't join us today. Do we have any idea why?
He had a little fungus on a toenail.
Oh, well, how many times have we heard of comics having that stop them?
It had nothing to do with him not being here, but I just wanted to throw that fact out too.
Oh, well, that is appetizing.
I don't know what he did have a good reason. I think he
had a thing.
He did have a thing.
He had a thing. He had a thing at the place.
Right.
But Mike will be there on Saturday, as will you and I. And I thought what we do for people who are curious enough to listen, we've got some, producer things we have to go over before the show.
Yeah.
And these are
legitimate, folks, that we do this.
Yeah, legitimate questions that need to be answered.
Okay.
So let me just start with the basic plug. We've got 2 shows at 5 and 8. 5 o'clock show is basically gone. It's sold out, yeah?
It is. There's a few lonely people seats where it's just one.
Singles, right.
Yes.
But who knows? You could meet somebody and maybe spend the rest of your life with them. So
I'm married for almost 30 years. How am I going to do that?
Well, not you. You're going to be on stage.
Okay. Boy, It sounded like you were talking to me because we're the only ones here.
No, but I think there's 6. Last time we looked, there were 6 single seats. None of them obstructed view. You can see fine.
Depending on the hairstyle of the individual in front of you.
Yeah. But if you come out, you'll have a good time. So if you were thinking about being a single, don't let that stop you. Come on out.
I may give a ticket to one of the unhoused people in Aurora. Would that be nice?
It would be very nice. Maybe we should just give away 6 single seats. Let's do this now. Even though this is a pre-recorded show, 6th caller. No, that doesn't work that way. So let's start in reverse. I didn't finish the plug. The plug is 8 o'clock show.
Mm-hmm.
ParamountAurora.com.
Correct.
And you just search Steve Cochran, or just go to CochranShow.com because it links directly to Paramount Aurora. It's probably cleaner if you just do that. Go to CochranShow.com.
And you can choose exactly where you want to sit.
Yeah.
If it's available.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. So here are some of the questions we need answered. Now, we have an on-stage table. I've wanted to do this for a long time. We've done these shows for years, and we've never done this. This is going to be great, or it's just going to blow. We don't know. For instance, a 5 o'clock show, we know that somebody has purchased the on-stage table. And if you're familiar with the chef's table, some upscale restaurants in Chicago do this, where it's a table in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So you're back there where they're cursing at each other and the food's getting made and knives are being thrown.
And you're schwitzing during
you're schwitzing like crazy. Now, none of the knife throwing will go on Saturday. And it'll be very little food prep.
Right.
But we'll have those 4 folks who bought that stage table on stage with us. They're going to be part of the show.
Right. You said it could be great or it could really stink,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be great for us and stink for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you
Or
know what?
vice
Honestly,
versa.
I know it's going to be great. It's definitely going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody in their right mind would buy the table on stage unless they were, people that wanted to be the center of attention.
Right. The old adage, you came to see a show, not be the show. But here it's both.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
excited about it.
I wonder if anyone would be gutsy enough to heckle from on stage. Huh? We don't advise
what they'll be able to see. You've been watching this for years, and it really never gets talked about. When we're speaking, and we're speaking quickly and for a long period of time, 45, 50 minutes, we can see our own spit flying through the air with the light that's shining us. These people will finally be able to see that because they'll
be up close.
Right. And maybe we'll direct some of it at them.
Wow, I didn't think about that. I don't know if the 8 o'clock stage table is still available, but what Tim is saying is right. You could get spit on.
I know. We should give up plastic bags like a Gallagher show.
That'd be great because none of us really work with props. Why not?
Right.
So the table, I thought we'd make this special for these people. I mean, they paid a little more to be on stage. Um, so what do you think about bringing out, like each of us would bring out maybe a cheap bottle of booze? Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill.
And no cups. They have to actually drink it
Oh, I
right
didn't think
out
about that. Just pass the bottle around.
of the bottle.
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Does that work, you think?
We have to check for the legal ramifications.
Oh, that's
of
right.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not. We don't own the theater. Maybe we can't give them booze.
Maybe if we buy them an Uber home, we can do that.
Hmm. Well, what? Put this on your list of things you have to ask when you're there tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah. 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 All right. So, what else could we do for these folks on stage at the table? I mean, they should have snacks.
Uh, oh my goodness. I think we should go to Walgreens and get them a couple of boxes of snacks. You want theater snacks or would you want
I was thinking more along the lines of bugles because they're fun to put on your fingers.
and they'll be disruptive to the show. You hear how those things crunch?
Yeah. Right. Exactly right. We'll be able
Why
to
don't we
hear
get
them.
them good and plenty? Oh, every noisy snack that we can get, good and plenty. They'd be shaking the box,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shake, rattle, and roll. I hadn't
right?
thought about that.
All right.
So, all right. I'll pick up a couple of snacks on stage, and they can certainly have bottles of water. Come on.
Yes, they can have bottles. Now, I thought about it is a festive occasion. The holidays are just right around the corner. I thought maybe I would bring party hats for them.
Oh, I like that. You're
Yeah.
talking about the pointy ones, right? With the
Po-
slants
abs-
on them?
Yes, the party hats. I like the pointy ones too. So yeah, that would just to kind of elevate it in case, they may be a little self-conscious about sitting on stage, but put the party hat on and nobody can say no. It'd be a
Because
flood.
you asked for it, you're on stage.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. And I'm going to bring them. We have a lot of apt gift cards. Our partners at apt. By the way, this hat that I'm wearing,
Hmm.
this says for autistic kids. That is a charitable organization that is done by apt in honor of the son of Ricky Apt,
Okay.
who's the oldest brother, I believe, unless they change that order.
Well, that is awesome that he's doing that,
Yeah,
calling attention
it's a great organization.
and
Great
raising funds.
organization.
Very, very nice. I'll make sure I put that on my list of give tos for the holiday season.
Well, it's nice of you. And we, of course, from Apt, once again, the great Steve Shapiro from Apt has supplied us with a giant television
How
to
big?
give away.
15 inch?
It's even bigger than 15. It's about 5 15s.
Oh, 75.
I think it's 75.
Okay, you sent me a
75.
picture of it. I think it is 75 inch.
Yeah, it's 75. And see, this is why it's good you guys are listening to the podcast in this backstage production meeting, because what you'll find out now if you're coming to the show is you need a second prize. This is also from Apt. So you're either going to win the 75-inch big screen TV or an air fryer.
I love
Huh?
the air fryer.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
people are
that's
going to be, oh.
I make cereal in the air fryer.
Oh, you do?
I really do.
I hadn't even thought about that as a possibility.
I've seen people make eggs in there. I've seen people make things like baking biscuits. That's really, really unusual, but I guess I don't have the skill, but it can be done.
So you never clean it either, right? It's like an old grill at a diner.
No, I will tell you this. It's made out of some space age polymer. Nothing sticks to it.
Really?
It is literally, you could take the tiniest bit of Dawn and put it on a sponge and wipe that thing down, and it is squeaking clean. Just nothing sticks to it.
For real?
Yes. We'll all be dead in 50 years because of it.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
no, it's a safe thing. It's great. We love our air fryer.
So what we need to decide here, Tim, is how are we going to give away the big screen TV and therefore the second prize as well? Previously on our New Year's Eve shows, there won't be one this year, boys and girls, because I've decided I want New Year's off.
Oh, Steve.
Well, this show's called Whatever Happened to Steve Cochran because I've suddenly decided to take a show off.
Can I have a minute? Because I really thought we were doing New Year's.
Oh, you'll be fine. No, you'll be fine.
I'm going to Florida.
That's right. You are going to be in Florida. Good for you.
Yes.
But one of the things we did, we invented a new game called
Oh,
And the idea would being we ask a trivia question and you go,
Hmm.
while you contemplate your answer.
Okay. So
So
we
that,
have
but
to,
that would mean getting a couple people out of the audience. How do you feel about
okay. And
that?
how will we select the people out of the audience?
It's a good question.
Should we, maybe there's seat numbers that I can ask the theater about.
Yeah, put that on your list.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep.
That's
And
me
then we're
right
going to
now.
need a couple more chairs backstage, for the contestants that could be placed out there when it's time to do the thing.
Is this like a bad family party? I have to bring chairs?
No, 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 no. They'll have
Oh,
chairs.
oh, they have them. I just have
Oh,
to
they
bring
own
them.
chairs.
Okay.
Yeah, they have chairs.
That would be funny. They sell a couple hundred tickets to our show and they don't have any chairs.
You would think they'd have chairs. Come on. So here's my
And
question: would you like to write the questions? For
yeah, I could write the question. There'll be holiday oriented questions.
holiday oriented questions. Let's go 3 rounds.
We'll go 3 rounds and I'll get the questions off the interwebs to make sure that they're accurate.
All right, so 3 rounds, and the one with
Mhm.
the most correct answers after 3 rounds is going to win their choice. No, they're going to win the big screen TV. They're going to win the big screen TV. And of
Okay.
course, you would probably need a tiebreaker question.
I will have a tiebreaker question.
Wait, there wouldn't be a tie if there were three. Well, I guess they could be tied at 0-0 if they get none of them correct.
Correct.
All right, so I have a tiebreaker question as well. Thank you for writing those.
Okay.
And do you still have the old graphic from her for the game
Oh,
show?
absolutely. Absolutely. It's 3 letters and 3 dots.
That's pretty much what
That's
it is. Yeah, no,
yeah.
you're absolutely right.
By the way, going back to APT TV and appliance, and I mentioned that that's a wonderful charity. I'll probably give to it. Um, we're having our kitchen remodeled.
Mhm.
Um, and
At your house.
I gave dear, yes, at our house, and I gave dearly to APT.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, we got fridges and we got
Oh,
stoves, we got
bridges and stoves
stoves,
and writing
and
a big check. Um,
we've got this hood over the stove. It hasn't been installed yet, but once it's installed, I can flick it on. I get sucked right out the chimney.
wow,
I mean,
that's a powerful
it's
appliance.
almost like a teleporter, but not.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
My wife likes to watch those home improvement shows.
uh-huh.
The Property Brothers and I
Correct.
don't know what the other ones that are out there. I've never actually seen anyone sucked into the oven fan.
Well, I think maybe they should get a video crew to the house because that'll be fun.
Oh, good for you.
And then I'm out on the roof. I'm up here. I'm
And of
up.
course, I have no doubt that you found out that Apt, in fact, is still pleasing people as they have since the Big Bang.
Eggs. Is it that long?
Yeah, it's
And I
been.
know I've told this story before, and I know it's not very exciting, but I grew up down the street from the original App TV and appliance on
Oh,
Milwaukee Avenue on the northwest side.
wow. I did not know that.
I have a photograph of my father in his army uniform with two buddies out in front of the App store on Milwaukee Avenue.
Wow. And I believe that was started by the grandfather of the brothers who still run the store today, Bob Apt, who ran the store for years and took it over on Milwaukee Avenue, made it into the behemoth that it became, passed a few years ago,
Right.
and was a wonderful man. Not a lot of laughs, but a really good guy. Shortly after I got to Chicago 30 years ago, and I was doing something at the store and met Mr. Apt, and I said, as busy as you guys are, do you think about opening a second one? And he reached up his hand and smacked me on the back and said, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. The $1 billion we're going to make this year will be okay.
Right. So you mentioned that he was not a jovial guy.
Yeah.
Do you notice as the generations progress, we become more jovial?
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
do you remember any of your grandfathers?
No.
Okay.
What do I remember my grandfather's? Yeah, I remember one, but he died when I was 5. But I know what you're talking about. I don't think of that generation or generations of being, filled with smartasses. They didn't have time.
Right.
They had to work.
They were working and they were, bringing oil to the house so that it could be warm and,
Right.
you know,
Bringing home the bacon and bringing home the oil.
exactly. So yeah, that was interesting. And Larry David says every generation gets better looking too. Do you subscribe to that?
Mm,
Yeah. I
I
see some
mean, definitely you and I.
I know. I mean, no offense to my dad. My dad was a handsome guy. But, you see some of the 20 somethings and you go, maybe that theory is not correct.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Did you have, now I had a funny uncle, and I don't mean that in a Epstein Files kind of way. My funny uncle, and I had a couple of them actually. One was my favorite uncle, an Uncle Donnie.
Okay.
And Donnie had a heart transplant or very early on. I don't think he was 60 years old.
Hmm.
And he lived to be, I think it was early to mid 70s. And after the heart transplant, he was at Cornell Weill Medical Center in New York City, big teaching hospital and a world famous hospital. And they came in and they said, Canis is his last name, Mr. Canis. Great news. You're performing, you're hitting all your marks here and you can return to regular activities, exercise, things of that, and your regular sexual activity.
Hmm.
And this is right around the time Viagra came to be. And they said, and we have a medication called Viagra, which you can use because there's no reason not to have a healthy sex life. And he said, we have those in pills. And my uncle apparently said, well, how many of those can I get? And they said, well, how many do you think you'll need? And he said, well, birthday, Christmas, 2. I'll need 2. Yeah, I'll need 2. He's a funny dude. Yeah. And then the other funny guy was a different kind of funny. That was Uncle Dana. And
Ooh.
Uncle Dana lived to be into his 90s. And Uncle Dana was the practical joke funny.
Hmm.
And really didn't worry who got hurt in the process.
Oh boy.
Uncle Dana was born in the late 20s, maybe early 30s. I never saw him work for a living, but he always had money. And he traveled a lot to Canada and Mexico. So I'm thinking he may have been in the import-export business.
I think so.
Yeah. But one of the hilarious things he did, my father was his older brother,
Hmm.
one of his older brothers. And my father was MacGyver. My father could fix anything. Didn't teach me a damn thing. As a matter of fact, didn't want me around when he was fixing things.
Way to go, Dad.
But he could fix anything. And they were rewiring a house.
Hmm.
And probably with a paper clip, because that's the kind of skill my father had. And Dana thought it would be hilarious while they were rewiring the house to turn the power on.
Oh, Dana.
So my father grabbed what I believe is called, Tim, you're handy, I'm not, a hot wire.
Yes.
And it literally blew my father across a room and through the drywall
Whoa.
and knocked him out, clearly enough. I don't know how long he was out, but Dana went over, thought he had killed his brother. And as he was standing over him, slapping him in the face, my father's name was Ralph. And my father woke up, and only his brothers can. He woke up, realized who was standing above him, and punched him in the face. So, like I said, a different kind of funny.
Oh,
But it brings up holiday traditions.
exactly.
So, did you have big holiday parties for Christmas?
We absolutely did. Which brings me, we kind of segued these two things together. My Uncle Arthur used to have Christmas Eve at his house. And Uncle Arthur was my dad's brother. He passed away a couple of years ago. But Uncle Arthur was the street joke king. He knew every joke that started on the street, every color of joke, if you will. And
Sure.
no one laughed more at his jokes than he did. So
It's
as
kind of charming.
so as kids, we didn't understand the jokes usually. We just waited for the punchline because we got a kick out of him how big he laughed at himself.
Sure, he loved it.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we had everybody. I think I may have told you this last year, and it bears repeating. Christmas Eve, we would go to my uncle's house, and Santa Claus would come at 10 o'clock and give the kids presents.
Okay.
11:30, we would leave for midnight mass. 1:05, when midnight mass was over, we went back to his house so that we could have ham and Polish sausage and potato salad and all kinds of food and desserts
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So we usually got home, maybe we were right down the street, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
And then would you turn around and get up at 6 or 7 as
No,
kids?
we opened presents at 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Mom and dad were smart.
Right. Because then you're sleeping in.
Well, we would sleep in a little bit. Whatever time we'd get up, they would sleep another 4 hours past us, just
Wow.
so we could play and do whatever we wanted to do.
I've never heard of a family doing the overnight present opening.
It was insane. I did
It's
skip
kind of smart.
Yeah, I did skip the end result of the Polish sausage and ham at 1 in the morning. But
Yeah, how much time did you spend in the bathroom?
yeah, that was a lot. And there were 7
Yeah.
kids as well. So
7 kids, one bathroom.
yes,
Did you have a favorite toy when you were a kid?
I did. I was a big Hot Wheels kid.
Oh, yeah.
And we had what they called it a supercharger, which of course is there's a supercharger in a car, but this was nothing like it. It was a battery operated, it was these two sponge wheels that would spin. So if you put the car on the track through the supercharger, it would come shooting out.
Bang.
And don't look inside the supercharger on the exit side. You learn that the hard way.
Now, unless you're a pirate, get
Exactly.
the
I
eye
had
patch.
snake and mongoose stuck in my eye.
That sounds like the extra powerful version of, remember the SST cars?
Yes.
They had the ripcord.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you like those?
I did like those. Yeah. And, you'd play with them and have them go down the hallway once or twice. And then you decided, I'm going to see how much it could take when I run it into a wall. And if you had drywall, that was a bad idea because your dad would come home eventually. Now, what about, you said you went to midnight mass. Did you carol? Because do people carol anymore?
Um, I don't think the traditional go door to door because
Yeah, you get shot.
you can get hurt badly nowadays. If you showed up early to midnight mass so you can get a seat, a lot of times for the last half hour they would do carols.
And did your dad have a, we're leaving the house at this time, whether you're in the car or not, kind of
Oh,
thing?
how could he not? No, there were 7 of us, so
Yeah.
it was drill sergeant-esque, you know. And my
Station
mother,
wagon with the paneling on the side of it?
we didn't have a car.
Where was church?
Church was close by. We would either get a lift
Okay.
in 2 different cars, or we took the old marathon taxi with the jump seats.
Wow.
Yeah, we were city people, man.
Yeah, city living, man.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
my dad crashed a mail truck right after he came home from the service and never drove after that.
Really?
Yes.
That's fascinating. So he was a mailman or he just
Yes,
took
he
the
was.
truck?
Yeah, he wanted to steal one, and
Wow.
you'll hear of a funny story. My grandfather had, I wish I could remember what it was, scarlet fever. Scarlet fever. Yeah, it can't be. No, rheumatic fever, not scarlet fever. He wasn't a pirate. It was
Scarlet fever, I think, is when you think you're Scarlett O'Hara, right? Your
that,
temperature goes
yeah.
up higher enough.
And frankly, I don't give a damn.
Mhm.
So you see what I did there?
I
So
did.
it was rheumatic fever. So the CDC at the time, whatever it was called, the disease control folks came to the house and they wanted to see the person who had the rheumatic fever. So my dad opens the door and they said, "Oh, are you the carrier?" And he says, "No, I work in the sorting room."
They said, "Oh, he's got it bad. We need
Yes,
to
he
medicate
does.
him quickly."
Yeah, that's right. He's hallucinating. So
Were you the oldest of the kids, youngest,
no,
middle?
I'm number 6
Oh, okay.
of 7. So I was, my ma said I was the one who thought he was the favorite.
Right, right.
But
So, what was the age range, oldest to youngest?
12 years. My eldest brother to my youngest sister's 12 years.
So, holidays or not, did you get tortured by your older siblings?
Yeah, there were certain things, you gotta take a nap because Santa's watching, and if he
Uh,
sees that you're not taking a nap, he's going to shove things underneath your fingernails. So the older siblings would always give us that kind of stuff.
and if any kids are listening, turn down your podcast speaker now. Who ruined Christmas for you? Told you there was no Santa. Because
I think
personally, I still don't buy it. I think there is a Santa still.
oh, I did too.
Yeah, yeah.
It was one of those things where we weren't told, but somebody went, right? And I go, of course I did. We had this cubby hole underneath the porch. So, and they had doors that were loosely closed, whatever. And that's where the presents got hidden. And I discovered that one time. And I was just like,
Oh,
holy cow, Santa's got a warehouse here.
how about that?
Yeah.
Right?
It
Yeah,
was,
it's funny. I was a kid. You make it work. Even if
yeah.
it logically doesn't make any sense, you make it work in your head. All right. We have one other thing we have to cover, however, and that is we have a house band for these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And the
8
house,
piece, right?
well, a little less than that. One piece. Now, I might be saying, how is one piece act a band? Well, you haven't heard this kid.
What's the
His name
budget for
is
this?
um, what did I promise that kid? I think a hearty handshake and a pizza.
Wow. Okay.
His name is Eli. He's 13 years old, and he plays the trombone.
Oh, Eli,
I think
Eli.
it's going to be fantastic.
I am glad he's on the show, but I have to talk to him.
Well, I mean, imagine all the great trombone classics he can play, like Pick Up the Pieces
Right?
and oh, Fire from the Ohio Players. That sounds great with trombone.
Or You Lose, which goes wah wah. He could play that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he might hit that after a few jokes. Hot Legs, the old Rod Stewart song. Yeah, yeah, that's going to be great.
Duh,
So we're
ya
not
think
kidding.
I'm sexy? He could play
Yes,
Duh, ya think I'm sexy?
yes. So we're not kidding about this. We got a table on stage. We got a giant TV to give away. We got a 13-year-old kid playing the trombone as a house band. Why wouldn't you show up?
I think we might get in trouble for one of those things. I'm not sure which one, but we might. I think it's going to be a fun show. We may actually be doing our acts from the audience since the stage is crowded.
Hey, stage is going to be crowded. You're right. We might have to move out.
Yeah.
We'll do a little meet and greet afterwards. And this is called Whatever Happened to Steve Cochran. But in fact, I could have called it 2 days till surgery, because the show is on the 15th of November. On the 17th, I'm going to get a new knee because, frankly, I'm tired of the old one.
All right. Well, we're going to have to check you out before the show, though. We want to make sure that physically and medically that you're okay to go.
You and Mike Toomey have always had a thing about making me turn my head and cough. It sounds like that's where this is headed to.
We got all kinds of balls in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no better place to end than right there. Live from my office, produced by Ross Cochran. Thank you, Ross.
Thank you, Ross.
And we look forward to meeting and seeing you all. If you can't make it, oh, it's a shame.
And if you were there, thanks for coming.
That's exactly right. We appreciate it very much. For tickets and information, just go to cochranshow.com. It's all right there. And thank you for doing it. Tim, we got a lot to do before Saturday. Let's get to work.
I'm busy, buddy. Thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you for listening to Live from My Office, a service of Monkey Run Productions. All rights reserved. The podcast is hosted by Steve Cochran, and it's mixed, edited, and produced by me, Ross Cochran. Steve is available for corporate speaking gigs. He would love to MC your event, and occasionally, he's funny. Thank you for listening. Head to cochranshow.com for more.